I'm obsessed with greens. I eat tons and tons of vegetables, a lot of leafy greens. Well, I'm really obsessed with Brussels sprouts. And this next dish, I've been inspired by one of my favorite restaurants, Il Pittore in Philadelphia. It's on their menu, and I'm going to share it with you today. Hey guys, I'm Shereen. Today I'm making Brussels sprouts with burrata. This is insanely delicious. It's super easy, and burrata is a form of mozzarella. So first to get started, I'm just prepping my Brussels sprouts. So we have about 1.5 pounds of Brussels sprouts. You could buy these loose, and all you're gonna do is just trim them and halve them, just like I did. I washed them, and then now into our cast iron skillet, or you could use any skillet. You want to heat it first. That way our Brussels sprouts will brown without sticking to the pan. We have some olive oil, so a good amount of olive oil. These become like little sponges sometimes, and they will absorb all of that olive oil. So we want about 3 tablespoons. So just heat your skillet. Now we're just going to saute these until they get a beautiful sort of golden brown sear. About 5 minutes. Season it with salt and pepper. And then while our Brussels sprouts are sauteing, I'm just gonna chop and mince some garlic. So that's gonna give it even more flavor. So you want about 3 cloves of garlic. Having trouble with my skin, so what do? I gotta wet my knife and wet my hands because they are sticking to me. Just that helpful little tip, that's the easiest way to sort of get your garlic going. Sort of toss these. Look how beautifully golden they get that quick. So when you just sort of let them sit for a little bit is when they get that beautiful coloring, and then you just want to toss them periodically. If you feel your pan's a little dry, you can just add a little bit more oil. Little as you go. Remember, you can add, you can't take away. We just want to keep them nice and sort of hydrated. All right, now for the garlic. So our Brussels sprouts are tender crisp. They're not totally cooked through, but they're tender and they're golden because we're going to finish them in the oven. So now I just added the garlic. We want to saute that until it's beautifully fragrant. It is ready. That's simple. So far, really, we're at 3 ingredients. And that is the beauty of food. It doesn't need much. Start with good quality ingredients, cook them right, and they will be fabulous every time. I promise. All right, into the oven until they're cooked through and tender, about 8 minutes. All right, let's check on our Brussels sprouts. Oh, they look beautiful. Perfect. So by putting it into the oven, it helps them to cook on the inside and cook through perfectly. So now we're not done yet. I'm going to turn the oven off, add our pine nuts. So we just want them to sort of come to temperature a little bit and just warm through so they get their best flavor. I'm going to create a little pocket in the middle. And then add the burrata. So burrata is basically mozzarella made with cream as well. So the outer shell is mozzarella, the inside is cream and mozzarella, and it sort of gives you that curd, creamy, delicious texture. But you have to respect it. We don't want to cook it, we don't want to heat it through. I just want to bring it to temperature, even though it's at room temperature, and just marry the flavors with the Brussels sprouts. So my temperature on my oven is off. So just 30 seconds. That's all it needs. All right, that's it. Quick flash. That's it. So this is a beautiful Italian cheese. We want to respect it. It doesn't need much, and that is our side dish. You could serve it rustic, just like this. I've been serving a lot of my dishes right in their cast iron skillets. Just remember the handle's hot. We gotta give it a taste. Okay, just note, you may eat this entire skillet. It's so good. Creamy from the burrata. The Brussels sprouts are perfect. They are not bitter. They're so delicious with those pine nuts. You've got to try this recipe. Thanks to my inspiration from Il Pittore, go to the newspaper's website, look up this recipe, make it. Thanks for joining me. See you next week. Enjoy.